The passion is meeting very interesting people and startups, tech entrepreneurs, and I'm doing global business development. I also the co-founder of startups called SPS APP, in the terms in the world of real-time crowd management, and also invest in advisory board for a company called Valigara. This is for e-commerce and multiple solutions for diamonds and jewelries. I'm living in Israel. I have three little girls, which makes me, I would say, more tolerant, I would say, more open-minded and happier man. So this is my inspiration as well.
Can you describe in a few sentences your presentation, the core of your presentation?
I don't remember. No, just kidding. Just kidding. It's mostly about, I read this guy once. I forgot his name. He said, I read a book of 500 pages, 700 pages, just for one thought. I read a lot just for one single powerful thought, impactful thought. And what my presentation is all about is about thought provoking. Because I'm talking about the innovation as the catalyst of growth. So catalyst, it doesn't have to be always something that you can see. It's in your mind. Because for example, if you're in a situation where you feel that you're not happy with what you have in your life, in business, whatever, you need to change, right? Change. What drives change is in the innovation. So this is what I was trying to present, which was amazing, right? That was amazing. Thank you.
Yes, it was. And what is your maybe advice to somebody who wants something to start, but see that everything exists and maybe everybody around is better?
This is a tricky question because why I see it as tricky because even if it exists now you remember everyone likes to say I'm entrepreneur, right? But entrepreneur is not a title, it's a character. So we can look at this table, right? And we all say, okay, there's so many tables. Why should invade another table? Well, a tech entrepreneur would look at it and say, yeah, but it's a square table. Why not round? Make it a round table. Make it tall table. A tall table where you can stand. You cannot sit. You just stand. A short table to put your coffee on. It is so many diversities and so many dimensions that you can play with. So my strongest advice I would say that's what worked for me, for Alex. I cannot vouch for anyone else. Okay, this is what I say also in my lectures and my keynote speaker. Is if you want to think differently, you should be inspired by people who think differently than you do. Because if you're in a company or in a place where everyone thinks the same as you do, then creativity may not come, or may come slowly, or maybe not. But if you think with people that are always like, okay, just give you the example of the table. People think differently, and you get inspired and say, oh, wait a second, she's right. Maybe I will think, okay, ta 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 ta. So get to know more people that are doing the things that you want. Learn from them.
You have Ukrainian roots, and you know the mentality of Middle Eastern Europe, but you live in Israel, so you can compare, and you compare,
Of course.
and so how you can describe this difference, and what's your advice to our Slovak entrepreneurs, and not just the entrepreneurs, but usual workers?
Wow, this is a question that I cannot answer because who am I? I'm a guest here, and don't change anything. Seriously, like you should find your uniqueness. I like to be Israeli. You like to be Slovak. Why should you change? Like it's okay. It's your thing, and the world is beautiful when you have diversities, not when you have same stamp. So I would maybe for myself, I would rephrase it and say there may be patterns, a way of thinking that maybe we should change a little bit, not changing, maybe, how do we approach problems? Because sometimes I see in our mentality, in Eastern culture or Middle Eastern culture, is that we're willing to to find it, acceptable or consent. Like, okay, I'm okay with it. I'm not, going to do something to change it because this is the way it is. I will adopt. And I would see that Israelis, this is something that I see it almost every day. We're not willing to adopt. We're making others to adopt to us. Like, this is some sort of a, because we create something that we say, listen, it's not, there's nothing here. Let's do something with this. Let's go outside of our boundaries. So this is what I do see something in the patterns. But you're Slovak and you're great. Continue. Please continue being Slovak.
You spoke about approach and hierarchy and how you accept it or not. But you can challenge the boss if you are, even if you are just a junior in the company.
So if I get your question right, or the question is, how does it work? How does it work in Israel? So because we've created a sort of a society that we try to be approachable, with one each other. There's no distance. There's no, like, even though if you're with a suit and I'm with just a t-shirt, we're gonna speak high, same level and same respect, as human respect. But in tech, in high tech, what I see a lot is, and again, this is for tech. Maybe this is very important to say that ideas can come from everywhere. They can come from below. They can come from someone from a side below. It means that from the last worker, because he's the one that actually doing the actual work. Sometimes I give, I don't tell people what to do. I ask them. I request. I have a request. I always say, hey Adam, I have a request. Can you please help me? Okay, even though I'm his boss or whatever, can you please help me? And what it gives, and this is how I work with with many of my friends across the globe, is what I find is when I'm not telling them what to do, even though I'm kind of implying what I want as an impact, it's give them an opportunity to say, maybe you should do it other ways. I want this table to be done. What do you think? Can we do it on time? Alex, why this table? Why not other table? And this is something that I would say, it's if it's going to be done in a good environment, in a safe environment where you're not afraid to be fired or be shout out, it's a good thing because people are not afraid to speak out.
What do you think about AI? It's a threat or a good tool in this moment?
I think people are a threat. So if people are a threat, it's how they're going to use the AI. You know what? AI has been done in healthcare. Is it a good thing? Yeah. It saves people, right? But AI is also being applied in military service. It's a bad thing. So people are a threat. It's it's the same as a gun, right? Guns don't kill people. People kill people. So it's a tool. It's a vessel that has to. I would wish. Okay, my wishful thinking is that it would serve humanity, not the other way, or not the other way around.
Another question about AI. What do you think when it will be approach this state that it can be on managing positions, that it will be not just the tool, but it will decide?
It's already deciding for us. Yeah, what people maybe it's a little bit intimidating to think about, but face recognition, for example. Okay, how do you know if this guy is a threat or not? It's just AI does it for us. How do you know if this patient should get this dose of medicine or this dose of cocktail of medicines, or maybe the other one? Doctors, they don't have time for this anymore. Population is increasing. People are starting to be more older a little bit. So AI is already making decisions. Let's just hope that it's making the right decisions. No.
You are an investor. Do you think that generally is AI a good investigation possibility?
It's a question of perspective, because there are companies like in every field. There are companies that are I would say to invest, you need to find out what are the parameters or KPIs, key performance indices, that are important for you as an investor. What are you looking for? I'm not a venture capital. investor, because venture capital means that I'm not looking for venture. Is means you have a great idea, I will invest in you. Sales, no sales, I don't care. I'm not that kind of investor. I invest a lot of time, a little bit money, and mostly my connections. It must be smart money. So what I'm looking into startup, I'm giving the resources that can grow and increase the current state, or like to make it better. But it has to have a foundation. So there are like a lot of I would say perspectives to it, and AI is just one of them. I invest in things like e-commerce or IT. So it really depends of if there is money or not.
And what technology will be the next like future? What interests you? This will be hype.
What really interests me is our psychology, our own thoughts, and we feel that we have control on them, but we don't. And with the development of AI and surveillance, censorships, and more of that, how can we make sure that this is our own thoughts and not the thoughts that someone else want to apply on us? And so I'm looking for technologies that try to, I wouldn't say prevent this, because you cannot prevent this, but maybe put it on top of the surface, because right now it's below. Because right now you think that you make the decision, but I can prove you that you're not making the decision, because someone is doing this decision for us, and we just don't know who. Hello, hi guys. My name is Alex Lyhovez. I'm from Israel. I'm a tech entrepreneur, and I would love to say thank you for our organizers of ITAPA, Sam and Michal. Thank you very much for inviting me to be a keynote speaker. It's a vibrant community, and from Health Hub. And thank you very much for having me here.